you know, but why, you know, and then I think Ebukwansa was talking about people calling me a liar, and then you go, you know, and that is very, I said to someone, well, at least I'm not called a murderer, as my boss was called, or I'm not called a drug dealer, or even I'm not called government official one.
Na insurani lady ba ko neto na o mani masesa ayo mo de then okoso ade at least yem frame also the drug dealer, so they were not happy. And obedi ba hwi mu and I say government official one, then they started clapping. Question about me to say, what are they clapping for? No, what are they clapping for? Is it the murderer issue, or the drug dealer, or what? Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo a cause of fear and panic, a panic withdrawal. Dr. Kote, IDEC, you see, when you have the way your leadership, because I was a Ghana ni wonyini every penny na wajimi. From the Ghana Armed Forces to the presidency, Jansen Nibianim to the police council, Jimmy Fonkwa. Because if you are not a fool, you apply the law to everybody. Same. You apply the law to everybody, same. But they are fools. From the Ghana Armed Forces from the CDS to the IGP to the president, they are fools. So they just apply the law to some people, thinking say nipani be yamwa. So they just apply the laws on them, but they can't apply it on others because where they mean, you know, where they have a doctor, menene call seminar, menene call sorry, where they are a big man, Dr. Kwete there, Sakwete se Kwete there, only the idea second ye, some small person be sitting somewhere. Eko kana semwa yanko hwehwe ni etwa siren okaso mo Jimmy a also Bobie didi atem mo Jimmy, you don't have common sense. How do you straighten the system? By allowing some people to go scot free, then you decide to punish others. One day the system will break down. Now Jimmy some become more Jimmy. When you have fools controlling Ghana Armed Forces, fools controlling police service, fool controlling a presidency, what do? Why must we live in a country where some people are bigger than the laws? Why must we live in a country where laws apply no ebinom so the ebinom there no apply almost so? Me read this story before Ghana Armed Forces issue statement. Me read this story me yam say me. You don't know causing fear and panic. You don't know causing fear and panic. Me no ka say obako Blue Gate Kandapa office wo omajo obias wa wan record radio or record XYZ or record Accra FM or record Radio Gold or motito or say we are woman abre then near see the taxes at Tiomoka. They are fools. Okay, can the pastor they are fools or say who did he attack? But if you are not a fool, what do you mean? What Jimmy say running on mind to say there tomatoes and our turn or pumpum, you determine who you want to do a favor. Always you determine and as a mrano more dear into the more person we in favor no more in favor. The moon person will be in favor or soon in favor. What kind of people are you? When you are school abroad. And when you go to the Western world, do they consider big men that the laws are not applied to big men? The laws are applied to only poor people, vulnerable ones. Who you are was my school, my body degree, and my base CDS. You are a fool. microscope, I go degree, and my IGP. You are a fool. A fool is a fool. And I'm your president. That's me a fool. What Jimmy? What Jimmy said? You can't apply. When you learn books and you cannot apply it, what is the essence? Then no obvious resource back at Jimmy. Why was young woman? But you can't apply. What can say Bobie Ansah can say? A soldier for your imagine say during election, BBS on person to take control. Thank you, my family. Dr. Kwetaka, the only thing Ghana Armed Forces TV here and say that Kwetaka has more kind of in the Caribbean. Moso and I'm preaching against false publications. Ayamwa. What damn parent and which I can't quasi asem. I'm going to preach against false publication. When you're false publication, so you have people you deal with them like where they're your age mates, where no know your schoolmates, where no know your big men. Then you have people you hate so much that where they in yawa, unyami afadadwa a woman film man me pay the other side. Foolish people. As Antiafia, I say it's only in Ghana that you hear ordinary Ghanaian. American is an American, yes. We are president, we are one, we are American. The same laws apply to everybody. Here, no. Omo ka sem na no mo ka hwe wo wanim. Omo so na eye saade no, eye omo na eye. Dr. Kweta asem a okan no, me Bobie na me kokan ya. Yeti kroma na MPP a parliamentary candidate or say a Western region baby say a MPP for no nya soldier for omumununkuno. No my issue statement. I yatete say obi say. Ya Jimmy. Ya Jimmy yatete say obi say. Ade amunim nipa no. Then later after a month for year de no and omu dream kana as omu invite no and omu ebisa ne nsem ba ko bi ene omo agya no mo nsa somre mu a mo wo omo a mo target wo mo all the entia bibi ban yankoso ini ada ne agimi 45 because even yan penny for no mo so omo akosua book no ewo paper so certificate but ni tim wagimi ofiri ni fie banyina wagimi he was trained from a foolish home and all the ababa benya akonya tra so he's foolish. I mean I said don't get your school paper jimi. So you see that they have big certificates but nyemo mo yenyina no tra se dwene ho a onti ase say ada na wo yes why are you doing this? Dr. Kwete na kenti onfa no huni se koye bobia yamfa ayi ye friend say friend say muwak ensaso ni ankwa hwe no nche no. How do you correct the system? How? Tell me. What would you me? Adewe you the correct system and ye. No. You don't do that. But no more come misinformation. Omo ka a false publication no mo ka hwe omu ni anim. See, when fools take control of a country, it's sad. It's really sad. Eh yapa so onyankwase afo mo take control of a country is very very sad and very very worrying. Anyway, let me just move on. So, Dr. Bawumia say on your liar. Kwame, let's go. We are baba ye NDC manifesto. But when maybe just 10 minutes nebeye Bawumia, just 2 issues. Me touch on Bawumia, just 2 issues. Then I'll leave it for the public to judge. Also said your friend a liar no. At least. Your friend no.
You know what and then I think Akufo was talking about people calling me a liar, and then you go, and that is very. I said to someone, well, at least I'm not called a murderer as my boss was called. or I'm not called a drug dealer, or even I'm not called government official one. You know, but why, you know, what and then I think Akuffo Addo was talking about people calling me a liar, and then you go, you know, and that is very, I said to someone, well, at least I'm not called a murderer, as my boss was called, or I'm not called a drug dealer, or even I'm not called government official one. You know, but why, you know, what and then I think Akuffo Addo was talking about people calling me a liar, and then you go, you know, and that is very, so, I said.
But question I mean, Busami, when you say, I say, okay, at least I'm not called a murderer. Like they called my boss. Now, media for the animals. Okay, yeah. There was this guy who is my friend. Oh no, yeah, Juma was I on a morning show. Now, men multimedia. I've forgotten his name. Oh, I call me referee. Oh, madam for pa. But me referee. Oh, Assassin Radio. On a yomo, I'm so your morning show. Yeah, he's Insra. No, Insra is an MPP guy. Gabi Numa Kola. Now, at once, we're in Shenima Assassin. Or can I say, at least, he's not called a murderer. Like the way I friend the boss, a murderer, no. Or no. Okasano na insurani lady ba ko neto na o mani masesa ayo mo de then okoso ade at least yem feme also the drug dealer, so they were not happy. And obedi ba hwimu and I say government official one, then they started clapping. Question about me to me say, what are they clapping for? No, what are they clapping for? Is it the murderer issue, or the drug dealer, or what? At least, me bacho. Mama Tebrof say, Obi, oh, yes, you call me a thief, but at least I share crano. Media, your friend call me arm robber, your friend me arm robber, I share crano. What does it mean? So you know your boss is a murderer. You know your boss is a murderer. You know, also kwame debia ya tra kase adan krofo we be free power ne be hu enipadodo o makum o mu okrum a yeah ada Akuffo Addo be free power no wo do be hu abusuafo e be pia ba eni nipadodo o makum o mu okrum a. In any case, can Bawumia point to anyone Bini or say the competent and fearless IGP that Ghana never had was COP Kofi Boachi. Even if you are president and you mess up, you arrest you. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. They should just let Akwete walk around. No more to tell me Bobie. It doesn't make sense. Why? Obi ajemoyere, obi ayamodai. Obi anyamoshe, obi abone bra wo man mu. Obi amesre musika, me dan pare me mesre musika da obi ase. Ne wi ase ase. But ya de mra ne mawa, fa ya adwuma se de se, you don't apply the law on people you feel you hate, then Charlie, anyway. So now quick point here. You have Bawumia telling us say yes, so a liar. At least on your murderer, on your drug dealer, like the boss, and on your government official one. I see. I see. That's cool. But you better exercise a quick one. And now so Bawumia ne Akuffo Addo Bawumia, this is one of the reasons why Ghana for if you say you are a liar. And Northern Region 4 knows that you are a liar. You are born and trained a liar. And I'll pick Pualugu for you. Kwame Famiko Pualugu 2020. Say interview on a Asempa FM phone
in the northern part of our country where you come from, and Amono, can you beat your chest and say they are yet this signature project in the north? I
think here the most important project here in the north since independence, a Pualugu Dam project.
Okay,
is the biggest investment. Say we're drawing books no more since independence.
Okay, like how
I check government be by yes, Pualugu Dam. But we're here as a signature project, and in Ebeda #1. So there's no doubt about that. Pualugu Dam, no, it's
in the northern part of our country where you come from, and Amono, can you beat your chest and say they are yet this signature project in the north?
I think here the most important project here in the north since independence, a Pualugu Dam project.
Okay,
is the biggest investment.
The man who claims that he's not a liar. Okay, then recently, this year about Pualugu, the same Dr. Bawumia. Dr. Bawumia.
No doubt in my mind, and I was championing. No doubt in my mind, and I was championing the Pualugu Dam. We have not yet been able to do it, but by the grace of God, I believe we are going to do the Pualugu Dam. It has to be done. It's a major priority because that can bring 28,000 hectares into cultivation. No doubt in my mind, and I was championing the Pualugu Dam. We have not yet been able to do it, but by the grace of God, I believe we are going to do the Pualugu Dam. It has to be done. It's a major priority because that can bring 28,000 hectares into cultivation. No doubt in my mind, and I was championing the Pualugu Dam. We have not yet been able to do it, but by the grace of God, I believe we are going to do the Pualugu Dam. It has to be done. It's a major priority because that can bring 28,000 hectares into cultivation.
Only any doubt be won to say Pualugu Dam no money no. As at last year, the last 2 years na me chasako wacha say all can claim wa say Pualugu Dam no maton e ho niam nyina asesa anwa chippings eguo kwa me wa si yakoya chia chasako wa tapes bebre ho o hyase chasako wa dedi kan ho asem ma mete first on this Pualugu Dam matter somewhere last year, the last 2 years. You know, then 2024, Bawumia insisted still Pualugu omoye. Then you tell me you are not a liar. Sir, you tell me you are not a liar. You know, say Pualugu will be the $12 million. A Ghana, someone in Akwacho, someone in Nayedeyo. What did Trocas actually northern region? Northern part of Ghana, you know what did Trocas say we actually almost Pualugu Dam no last year, the last 2 years, and almost say contractors necessary money makoe. Then they started auctioning even chippings. Anya, you are the call crown, or my auctioning in a TF4 Mutia me offices. Kamu, Efie, me pacho. Then in 2024, our vice president, who is the flag bearer for the MPP, Honorable Dr. Mumuni Mahmoud Bawumia, still insists that Omu Esi Pualugu. Are you not a liar? You are a liar. You are a damn liar. On kind of credit. The issues about Okada, Ebeje car. What happened, doctor? Agbogbosi. Obakati Agbogbosi for say, mu ye jene for nefro because mu de hone baba besisi ejanai bia meboa. Enya sa, uyi to wo. Okay, boma manfonti na nkwa se bobie na eka. Bepemne asase ne yase mo che se mo de baba besi eye more. But you see, who beat Agbogboloshifo no, Jane for no, mu beat omo. Say, so Ubeto Jane, just a Ukowini Babquino so, and one Omakotu Omogu.
The lives of the people of Agbogboloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or cantonments. Yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets 4 8-unit toilets 32 toilets in all ama the people of Agbogboloshi. Usori na uko toilet uya obejare enyasa obejare enti yebesi bath houses so akaho yebesi 24-unit bath houses and 80 in all 24-unit bath houses said mubenya ebi mubeko na mujare anapa na mujare tu na the lives of the people of Agbogboloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or cantonments. Enti yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit.
And as we sit here, Obin Chera Agbogboloshi, so Pame, Muna Yamokota. Oma bibi sa o. All right. No. Omo twitwa asase no omo yesom de besi more. Yesom twitwa asase na eche. E omo de besi more. Private more. So Dr. Bawumia, the average Agbogboloshi person sees you as a liar. You are a liar. Yeah. Okay, so my producer, help me. Don't worry. Just give us updates.
Yeah, okay, so that was last 2 weeks. Me call honum.
Okay, Agbogboloshi.
Yeah, me call Agbogboloshi.
Baby, na Jennifer no mutu omo.
Jennifer no.
Yeah.
Omo twa fence wall. Tintin bia na ukomu a home na ada ne bola.
Omo de ada ne bola.
Bola na se be moane we.
And then twi
ni.
Yeah. Any part one e omo ya. On say your friend is a Zuma Nelson complex no. Ombugu ye ne so mde adane bola.
Meanwhile honum na Agbogboloshi honum hospital wo honum.
Really?
Yes.
Ombugu ni nyina.
No, because the my engine obi anko obium. Even though he's there,
it's not functioning.
Yes.
Omdu adane bola.
Omdu adane bola.
Can you imagine? Thank you, my producer. And you tell me, don't insult me. Wabu Zuma Nelson complex. Modi adane bola. La Mabu egu. Modi adane bola. I mean, why? So, sir, please, doctor, my very good friend, Dr. Bawumia, Agbogboloshi for him say we ya otrofo. We obi a won kan kore. Every one ayem. Unni no kore bia wo mu. On kan kore. So that's it. So Agbogboloshi issue down. Look, okay, so my videos no catalog no there in there e bia amra quick please don't no mama a fact check no na me boss ba me we have about some contradictions be then there can I will just leave it. You don't
have to borrow money from anywhere.
just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
The MPP will shift the focus of economic policy away from taxation to production. So we are going to move away from taxation to production. From taxation to production.
Given the resources at its disposal, one should expect at least 4 to 5 times the quantum of investment that the NDC claims to have undertaken. The close to 33 billion of borrowing that has not been used for infrastructure expenditure could have done.
Oh, Sikano, totally a commercial cars near amount from Yuzu, not yet the Sescano, not yet the acquiring. You came into power within 2-3 years. Want me uncle Parliament po, Uncle J approval say a year road to me. Wa modimu to me, a road to me. What did I say? What's on your liar? Dr. Bawumia, here you are. From taxation to production. From taxation to production. From taxation to production. From taxation. Yeah, then people for budget so. Dr. Bawumia. And when I want more campaign, say taxes, nibo wa betwichem. Me na mde buy. And that, you see, maybe I show Obia would tell more banking war and the baby. And Yama, a name, a time, a buffuni, and this anima, we are must be pentocano. How can you implement something? Who implement the catch us idea and yet wajai? Who's unjai? Who ye now for the Oba pay a to me? Then you ask what that dan crofono. We make them, As a Bobian and the buy another tosun as we became. That is silly. The highest form of stupidity that I can accept. What are your neighbor? You catch your jai, you levy jai, min jai, COVID tax jai, min jai, we jai, min jai, who will pay to me, I'll say. So, that's about me. But the most ridiculous one I mean, the Techiman killings. The Techiman killings. Yeah, but don't worry. The Techiman killings. You don't need them to chat to. Ghana for Muntie Dr. Bawumia and on Techiman issue no. Me bossy.
So I was just checking Fact Check Ghana to be sure I was asking the right question. And Media Foundation for West Africa has also fact-checked and confirmed that 8 people died in the 2020 general elections. We haven't heard the president make a statement on it in terms of justice or anything for that matter. I'm not sure I've heard you make any statement on it as well. And I've spoken to a lot of analysts who say that if you had addressed this very early on in your campaign, maybe you'd have had a greater chance at the presidency than you might have now. If you become, and that's a conversation I've had, I just want to find out from you what you make of this, and if you will address this matter. And finally, would you agree with Ghanaians who say that you should apologize for where we are at the moment, especially looking at all the promises that were made and the performance not matching to those promises? Thank you very much.
8 people died in the 2020 election, and the president, or me, we have not commented on it. I'm not quite sure whether the president has commented or not. But any time we lose a life in any circumstance, it doesn't have to be an election. I think it's really a very sad event when you talk about loss of life. For anybody, and so I think that it's very, very a sad occurrence if for people who died during the election, maybe out of conflict or something. So it is something that I hope the authorities, law enforcement authorities, have dealt with or are dealing with. I'm not quite familiar with the full current status of that particular situation, but the people who are responsible should be brought to book to deal with this issue.
So I was just checking Fact Check Ghana to be sure I was asking the right question. And Media Foundation for West Africa has also fact-checked and confirmed that 8 people died in the 2020 general elections. We haven't heard the president make a statement on it in terms of justice or anything for that matter.
All right, so this is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the vice president, talking about incidents Techiman 2020. And but when the former CID boss on this matter. So if the CID boss is aware and they have started conducting investigations, then the chairman of the police council, who is the vice president, you can understand the kind of country we are living in. All right, so you got to quickly.
The shooting incident at the entrance of Odoko Police Church during the election. A shooting incident occurred at the entrance of Odoko Police Church, which is also a coalition center of the Ablikuma Central Constituency. Enquiries from the police around indicated that the Electoral Commission official sent a pink sheet outside after entering the coalition center. The mob, on seeing him with the pink sheet, started beating him, and the security personnel who were present rescued the victim and decided to drive away the mob from the coalition center. The mob became incensed and started throwing stones at everyone at the center, including the security personnel. The security confronted them and started giving warning shots. Later, it was found out that 2 of the people had been hit by the stray bullets and got injured. The victim, Ibrahim Abbas, died on the 16th of October. In this case, we have not been able to identify the security person who shot and killed that individual, but we are still investigating. The Techiman shooting incident, in that case, 2 people were supporters of the NDC were killed in the process through gunshots. In that case too, we have not been able to identify any person or any security officer who shot, but we are still investigating that case. Shooting incident at Sabulugu. The MP for Sabulugu, Honorable Abdullah Jacob Idris, and the Duko Chief, Na Muhammad Ahmed, had been arraigned before court for possessing arms without lawful authority, contrary to Section 192(1) of Act 2960. They have been granted court bail, and the case have been adjourned. It was adjourned to 27th June. The case docket 2 is with the Attorney General's office. 2 AK-47 rifles together with 132 rounds of AK ammunition were retrieved from the office and the house of the MP and the party, NDC party office. The weapons were examined at the police laboratory, but it shows the report indicates that the weapons did not match with the spent ammunition found on the ground. So it couldn't have been fired from that AK-47 rifle. So investigation is ongoing. The shooting incident at the entrance of Odoko Police Church during the election. A shooting incident.
Out of the 8 people, former CID boss Kenyabu Anwa can say nipa ngotwine wuye no. Otimi kire 4 pe. 2 in Accra, 2 in Techiman. Then another shooting incident in Savlugu. And so how many people died there, we don't know. 84, you 4 extra quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Near ten say one kind sellers and count.
Yes.
One way we election now, am I a kind?
Your guy don't want to kind of.
Yeah. One and Unza John Mahama Bonidina no.
Oh boy.
Twice.
Yeah.
Our manifesto lunch.
Yeah. Winneba.
A Kanyama oba obey investigating no. Sellers and omdi can kun and no yet registration time. And omukum pregnant woman or so.
Yeah.
O maame no onyem e na omo bo no e na okowu ye nti ono no wuma one ne ba ni nyina ye den ewui
yeah
on a friend blessing na okuji e na Silas ne dwoma ama bo ni din no enti no omo shutu bi ya bu bi kun no e na omo wo bi sekan
okay
enti nyani nyina na go through shooting
okay
that is it
all right okay so these are some of the issues here and for said Dr. Bawumia, the vice president. In fact, me tie no na me reaho say me Bobie Ansah at this hour and me ye Ghana ni under somebody like Bawumia, the vice president who is the chairman of the police council say oni details onima the crow, but last 2 years 2021 and I can yebu abaye press conference say Bawumia onipa nkwa ho ehia no a ko be take up the matter say ade we no ehye me office ase nti mama dealing with the matter yeah omo mention Bawumia right ehye no office ase but as usual the all party so be the president beyond that bibia on fa ho then you have this man boni trinko stressing hinting kachire say ono on said nim nipa ngotwede ho asem but CID Ghana Police Service e wo report no e wo wan kwa kwaji ankai because ufu say enye hwe but those people are omo yes ade no aban sesa amanfo be china hwehwe omo ni ye behu omo amanfo behu omo because amanfo ni mo as to whether say amanfo hu omo do mbeba be dru police station and asem penny for nsem no ye no so ya another issue nti no obi anka kire mo say munhwehwe munja ni say ya me ya me de because bubetia achi obi ahwehwe me anka mo exonerate no yes but now the matter is still hanging me say omo yes and Ghana for be hwehwe omo aban sesa Ghana for very sure omo busuafie. Some of them Ghanaians know their families, they know their wives, they know their kids. Omo so then they don't worry. All right, I had a live on a 100.5 Citizen Show, and then Dakasi pa. But to start with 24-hour economy, NDC manifesto launch. Winneba Nanika na ede na efe. It was nice. Mama say come say me wafa Dr. Akwete Ghana forces moncheno Ghana police na mon prosecute say dem do be obi an monye ne saa nti saa de a Yeah, any weapon be apart from see a being insult to you guys because my imagine say a chrono yamodia. Mona would determine the more person we will be. Aha. We too will determine how we want to talk to you. And we will talk to you like you are non-entity. More person do the right thing. You can't tell me say no I go school now certificate but what me. Me I don't respect people who go school no me. You can apply what you have learned. When I catch us so go school abroad, you tell police and I say tell security say when the emra edi womo, we emra eni womo. Where? Even Trump. Because yesterday we see can say America bontezo. Okay. Until you arrest Dr. Akweteno, Mamon try some be arrest Obia Ukroma because I done the collaborate Jemama Mokunipa ma the BCSC. Until you arrest Dr. Akwete, you call him to your office and question him and put him before court. A free for all. Munjai system no man you say ya. Muntimin you are friends. And yamodia me a taxpayer near the CDS car. No one in the area near the near the Tia Dampareka, no one in the area near the no talker Timquasama Quaqua. Then they determine how they want to use the law. As if Menya Ganani, Mia Santinia Kola, Mia Ganani. Asantinia me ya Ganani. Na matrawa ma me yonko. So no nebe determine on why the emrano ya juma on so na why the emrano ya juma on. That is stupidity at the highest level. Okay, ya tia faso. I mean, but no, but it's so sad. It's so sad because so no more come misinformation, false publication, no more carry Bobie any list to any. Or more press conference and no more carry any. Obia soon need such record will chroma. Dr. Akwete say a soldier for Akosia Somo Ebekitu Aji to me. You know, source of worry. Bobie and cancer some way ha Emma mean you so way da and Yajuma. Oko Rebecca Fia, Omo record show we. Oko Blue Gate, Kandapa recorded. Oko Police Headquarters, a year recorded. Bakuno Mbachemeno, Damparan Kwasi Asmo can say what one or tea. Ultimate tier programmete. Oh, Yakase Nipa Jimia, Nipa Jimmy school paper Jimia. Yanam Kasi a bois. Mongo fa Akwete. Mumusebusa na mumfa nko gina court to be. Say when you do that, Sami Bobie metwa na mahwe me ho yie. But when you decide say ebinu betimi aye, omo nyanko, the only thing you do is you issue just a statement. Ya nkane sa the Dr. Akete ya nkane sa no jane sa. Eni amesu jame na menka dem pesa meka. Na wababa be seek wababa rejoinder. Jame na menka dem pesa meka. No wababa be rejoinder. You been to me now on for rejoin the Nina no Abraham mo last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks no mo call here or mo conference say a year better no a dem their tension to bring tension down no just last 3 weeks we are enti ye bebo so sa kopem say December 7th na beso say by 1 month time na mo say Akwete mfa no ni dia ene mo nka hunu say bibia no obi ka no man mu a mubetimi aya no hwe yo ya ka kire mo one day mumba say mo dem nsa beka obi a anya mo people will target mo families ebe mo nwanwa mo fi say Ghana for onjo mo sisi yen mo di school depend my classmate me age mate we a big man mo di sisi yen na nkola no hunu say mo sisi yen a one day Mube hu bibi o. One day mube hu bibi.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV. I see say a lot of people are moving from the traditional media to the social media. And PENDREAM, you are setting the pace because you bring the issues as they are, and the those are the issues. And then Unipa are not ready for just ordinary endorsement. But people want to hear the issues. What are the issues? What are the possible solutions? So for me, I'm endorsing PENDREAM TV, and I'm recommending say Obi Biana who affiliated traditional media and why you board with it, I'm gonna live up to expectation. Your next last stop PENDREAM TV.